Is that really necessary?
It's precisely.
Maybe I'm just happy that
Yes, you successfully.
you should be happy for them.
Grab yourself a will.
Oh,
Is that really necessary?
it's precisely.
Maybe I'm just happy.
Yes, you successfully.
You should be happy for them.
Sylvia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Lim.
Traveler, Paimon. Ah, and Miss Charlotte, too.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Is this what you meant by, I'll help you make some more friends?
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet. Could I have your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my address.
Lynette sure is working hard to help Fremine socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine him.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey.
Lynette, could you come over?
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your.
That's all right.
Oh, I guess you. After Lady Farina left, Father and Monsieur Neuvillette opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's Gnosis to her as a diplomatic gift.
A diplomatic gift?
Yes, I was quite surprised. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine.
Well, that's true, but...
I would agree, but I've also heard that...
So there's some reason...
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself. Ah, yes, speaking of which...
isn't he... But back to the topic.
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
That's true. When you think about it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui.
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
Father!
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the Traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind.
Are you going to take the Gnosis back to...
That is our duty as Harbingers, yes. Don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With some switching my masks is something... Well, that depends on many things. No one truly... As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners. A vision? All right.
And that's a wrap for me. Huh?
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent. The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my...
Farewell, Father.
Oh, she has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go? Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one too.
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I guess this must be life. All right then. We'll be handing out pockets and some other...
Well, guess we sent Charlotte off. Shall we go see what Neuvillette's doing? I promise he's not so busy that he doesn't have time to chat anyway. I would like to ask our guests from abroad, did you bring any light and breathable clothing? The land of Fontaine is mostly covered by temperate waters, and there's only a minimal temperature difference between day and night. It's relatively warm all year round. The humidity is also very high, so it's easy to end up sweating even after light physical activity. Some tourists may even find it a bit hot and muggy. Oh, come to think of it, maybe I shouldn't have said the land of Fontaine, but the waters of Fontaine instead.
entrance to the fortress! Ooh, he really is there! So, you really are here, Neuvillette! Paimon didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting.
Aw, Paimon's glad that you were... Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery to us.
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when...
So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign! But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontanians from...
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontanians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being on this planet. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontanians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the...
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone. Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, as for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association or Focalor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
Guess Focalor had Fontanians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was hang on a second. Back when Fontanians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also transformed Oceanids?
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontanians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for...
Yeah! Lynette said the fountain is where all the...
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans.
Paimon sorta gets it now.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Yeah, about that. Wriothesley said Farina has already left.
Ah, Lady Farina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither. She simply said that she was tired. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House. Not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she still...
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal, But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalors the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full...
After Focalors passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function. This matter will directly affect our trials. After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in...
Looks like you're still considering stuff from the perspective of the...
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty... As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Iudex shall coexist. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
That's true. That power was derived from the people. Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still...
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute. Another reason why I cannot quite leave.
Wow. This ancient...
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right! They say...
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, the Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power. As such, it has lost all meaning. If the Fatui have impure designs, we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
What complicated considerations? Paimon thought you were just giving it to them.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point. The Oratrice has ceased to function. As such, it has lost all meaning. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we must... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan, I presume. I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
A nation of dragons?
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone... Natlan is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like a... There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hand.
The Captain. Sounds like a real tough...
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Hang on a sec. When we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed. We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting... In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface. It went something like this.
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as...
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here, so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power, what it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before.
I do not know what you speak of.
Of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yeah?
Remains? I've never heard...
According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Focalors' divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described.
I've been training with my master, the Fowl, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the it is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense. Which is why there are... Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he...
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts.
This third descender you refer to.
Master never mentioned them to me. If you're interested, though, I could ask him.
Next time. You believe we...
I do.
That's what she told me.
The remains of the... So that's what the Gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces.
All the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should...
If she speaks the truth, then I would... I had guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept. That means that the Gnosis, which are exceedingly element-compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender. I wonder.
Like being able to... No, let's not think comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all. That's what you say, but this topic... Once child recovered...
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information...
Alright, whatever the case...
Yes.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human.
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they were... The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but and what ultimately is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us? It seems from your expressions that you still have... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. You will soon be heading to Natlan. I'm afraid that I have little talent. As far as I'm aware...
A nation of...
No, I suspect, unlike ancient... Natlan is also the nation... There is one other piece of information. The Harbinger known as the
The captain.
I suggest that you fully prepare... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I suggest that you fully prepare... It seems from your expressions that you still have more. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, that's right.
Leaving aside their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, the Oratrice has ceased to function. As such, it has lost. If the Fatui have... Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it. I suggest that you fully prepare...
Huh?